Welcome to the JMTV.
Ogoshinyere don open some top politicians in yansh onto sit-at-home matter for southeast.
Correct people, we greet you now. Welcome una to DJMTV on our WhatsApp channel. Where the summer on with ogbonge updates, breaking news, updated updates. So I beg my people, if you never subscribe to our YouTube channel, make una rush now, make una go subscribe, and also turn on that notification bell so that anytime we say we drop any update like this, una go dey notified. Baga! Our Facebook page, my people, make una follow us and make una dey like. Una do well. Anyway, my people, make we quickly run enter the story and updates we will carry come for una like this.
Yes, so my people, Ogoshinyere na dey our screen, so in a lawmaker for Federal House of Rep, in don come reveal some kind things about this sit-at-home gbeke wey dey happen for southeast. So wetin he talk, so for this interview we do for Arise, so he talk say some top politicians, as in some top politicians like this, even past governors themselves, say their hand dey for inside this sit-at-home matter. They aid, they support all these people wey be say that they carry out the sit-at-home matter for southeast. Anyway, my people, I don't want to talk too much. I go play on this video now, make una watch out from the beginning to the end. How Ogoshinyere take analyze this whole thing, wetin he talk, wetin he said there for Arise News. So you find yourself there for this interview, make una watch this interview and hear all wetin he talk. Make una watch this video.
Well, at the local level, recently we had a case of Senator Ifeanyi Uba from Enewi North, representing Anambra South in the Senate, coming out and directly challenging Simon Ekpa, and also leading some groups of persons to make sure that nobody sits at home, particularly according to him in Anambra State. But I would like to know, other lawmakers from the southeast, the effort by Senator Uba, is it a solo effort, or there is collaboration among lawmakers from the southeast working in concert with the governors in the affected states in the entire southeast to make sure that there comes an end at the local level to this sit-at-home, which IPOB has denied having a hand in?
Okay, I can give you a recent development and information. That is the Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, the parent body of the Igbo Social Cultural Organization, especially the Secretary General, who has sent message across to lawmakers. That was yesterday, all the members of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and to come together to have a closed-door meeting. And top on that agenda is also the security situation in the southeast and the infrastructure collapse. And I want not to comment on this matter because we're having a meeting today, and at the end of that meeting, there will be far-reaching decisions that is going to be made. I need to inform you also that lawmakers in the Southeast are working together, especially at the House of Representatives, where we have started meeting on how to form a common position in tackling all these challenges. That was what necessitated what Honorable Ginger Onwusibe did on the floor of the Parliament at the last adjourned sitting, that for us to move forward, that the President should also, as the father of the nation, consider a political approach in handling the Nnamdi Kanu issue, so that there can be enabling conducive atmosphere for the ultimate discussions and negotiation that will bring about lasting peace.
Well, you talked about roads. Are you aware that FEMA, the federal agency in charge of road maintenance, only recently said, within the next 6 weeks, hundreds of federal roads will be fixed, and that the damage is because of rainfall. Do you consider that satisfactory, that within 6 weeks, all these federal roads linking states, about 11 states, will be fixed in 6 weeks?
When we had the news, it was a welcome development. But, most times, it's not the first time we are hearing this. But we have this confidence that because this is a new administration, that we should believe what FEMA just said. Because the problem is across every part of this country, especially in Southeast. And we welcome the statement by FEMA, and we'll be watching, because 6 weeks is not too far to see them move to ensure that these roads are, maintained for easy movement of goods and people.
Okay, let's go back to the Nnamdi Kanu matter. A couple of days ago, we had Mr. Lieutenant Ojukwu, that's Dim Ojukwu's brother, and he came here and he spoke about the matter, and he talked about sort of like a forum where leaders can come together and go meet President Tinubu and talk to him about the Nnamdi Kanu matter. What's your take on this? What do you think is going to be the best approach?
No, I think meeting the president is very, very important. Our governors, our lawmakers, captains of industry and businessmen and all the different social cultural interest group is very, very important. I agree to that. We advocated for that under President Muhammad Buhari, a follow-up to the Mbazulika Amechi visit where he requested the president to grant him the last wish of releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to him. So this visit is also important for other areas that needs to be sorted out before you go into the full discussion of letting him to go home. Because not just letting him to go home, there's other conversations that also is going to be discussed. So at the level of the House of Representatives, we have started meeting, and in the coming days, we're going to have full-blown meetings on this particular issue. The most important thing is that let's just stop at this point and leave who is right and who is wrong, and say, how do we move forward? How do we restore feeling of inclusion? How do we restore feeling of togetherness? How do we restore an atmosphere that will allow economic activities to grow? Because this economic activity that is being destroyed, they pay taxes to federal government, so government is losing revenue at the same time, and people are losing their means of livelihood. That is very important that permanent solution is brought to bear on this particular matter. If we continue the legal path, at the end of the day, this might escalate this matter and take it so long. There are so much powers that the president have under the constitution with which he can use to bring this matter to a close end within the shortest possible time. But like you said, the meeting is very important so that leaders from the Southeast can sit with the president to find a common ground towards resolving these issues. The most important thing is that we want peace in the Southeast. Everywhere is devastated. Erosion is killing us. Infrastructure has collapsed. And then we cannot even sleep. Houses are being burned. People are being killed. This is not good. So any leader that wants the progress and unity of Nigeria definitely will open his doors to see all stakeholders come in to find a lasting solution. And I have this belief that the present administration, going by what they say, that they will run an inclusive administration and they will ensure that there's unity across all parts of this country, will consider the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a critical step towards that part of finding a lasting peace and solution.
Let me ask you, what's your assessment of the efforts being made by some of the governors in the Southeast with regard to the challenge of insecurity? Because they are the guys on the ground there. And I know that at least two of the governors, has come forward to say, two of them have come forward to say, we don't want sit at home in this state. We want peace in this state. But what's your assessment? I know the governor of Anambra and the governor of Enugu State seem to be making some efforts.
With all due respect, I know of what the Soludo is trying to do, but I can tell you on my individual capacity on this live TV that some of the governors in the Southeast is enjoying the crisis. Some of the governors like the confusion because possibly they are benefiting in this atmosphere of insecurity and feeling of being unsafe by our people. And some of them, let me say boldly without mentioning any word, recruited vigilante group, from neighboring states into their state security architecture, and then what you see that the same security vigilante people they recruited turned to be unknown government, also part of the problem. At least I suffered, I saw what I went through. Some of them, destroyed my things, attacked us many times. So some of the Southeast governors have not, no, of course, the governor of Imo State, the vigilante he's running is a political outfit that is going after his political opponent. Houses are being burned, people are being killed left, right, and center.
Wait a minute, let's just get this right. Yes. Are you saying categorically that the governor of Imo State is the ones that brought in the vigilante that is disrupting the peace and causing the sit at home in the states? Are you saying that on camera because you will be made account for that statement? Are you saying that and confirming that the governor of Imo State is one of those causing the problems in the Southeast?
I am saying that he's fueling the crisis in Imo State. Yes, I'm saying it boldly, and I have evidence to back that. Go to Haji Eboma today. Go to Osu today. You saw the report by the International Center for Journalists and that of Umer Bashi that was released a few days ago, that almost over 12,000 people have lost their life because of activities of Ebubago people and so on and so forth. Ask everybody in Imo State, was it not the same group that attacked Kinsley Uju and took him away? He couldn't participate in the election. Is that how to maintain security? Were they not the people who attacked me, that his head, Chinasa, was boasting they will attack me, and they did attack me? Is that how to maintain security? So they have not really worked towards maintaining their security. They have been on the attack for a very long time. So that's why I said I cannot vouch for him. I know Soludo is trying to adopt both the political approach and the security approach and other governors. So it's not just about talking on the TV and giving matching orders. It's about how committed, how genuine are you about having peace in Imo and other neighboring Southeast State. And that genuineness and that commitment, you cannot see it from him, I can tell you boldly. Because all that we have gone through, even during the election, they were the ones that were used to do 27/27 magic at the House of Assembly election, where they were carrying ballot boxes and shooting at people. This evidence is everywhere. You can ask anybody in Imo is here, and I'm telling you, all of us will have it. So then he's not committed. Some are committed, but Tim is not committed about it. And that is why I will even tell you here, because you have asked this question, that I may not even be attending the meeting that is being called today. The reason why I will not even attend it is that you cannot call that meeting and call it in the government house, Imo State Governor's Lodge, because he has not expressed commitment to resolving these issues. Okay. He's actually after those who does not agree with him. So if we want lasting solutions of these matters, then we have to be genuine about it.
Honorable Kenga, okay, you are singling out the governor of Imo State because of the losses you suffered, because of the experience you had as a result of the democratization of violence in the Southeast. So this is you hitting back because of your personal experience, right?
No, I think that is what you are getting out of what I said. Because as long as I'm concerned, the only place where violence has been democratized and made as a way of life mainly is in Imo State. It's not like that in Anambra. It's not like that in Enugu. It's not like that in Ebonyi. Imo is the worst situation. Our people have run away from their homes in different parts of Imo. Look at Ohajebo in particular. You know what? Don't you see the butchering going on there? Look at us. Nobody is at the last election. About only 300 people came out to vote in the whole local government. Look at Okigwe that used to be peaceful. Look at Onimo. Look at Idat North, especially our R&D Zone and some other parts of our place. All these places have been devastated. Ask yourself, what have they done to bring solution? But if it is to use the same vigilante outfit to chase political opponents and people with different views with him like me, they will be in the forefront. And they have not done anything. All that they do there is things that is inflaming the situation. And I'm telling you that boldly. It's not because he has done a lot of damage or not, but I'm telling you this is the feeling. If I leave this program, call somebody else from Imo and you hear the same thing.
Hey my people, na the update will carry come for now like this be this. So wetin Ugoshinyere talk concerning this sit at gbeke for Southeast. Anyway, Anna reason Anna say make una drop am for the comment section and make una no forget to like and share. Now do well. See you in the next video. DJ